ties.
Yes.
I was told men must wear bright ties today. I have no idea. This thing looks like, I don't know what I'm celebrating tonight. Anyway, it's great to have you here.
Sunglasses.
There's nobody better. I was with you down at the at Clemson, right before the South Carolina primary, where they beat the hell out of you down there and put out all that dirt.
Notre Dame.
Have you forgiven the Bushies for all what they did against you?
Sure.
Karl Rove, you've forgiven him completely. You're not really Irish at all about this, huh?
Yeah. You have to. After I lost in South Carolina, I slept like a baby. Sleep 2 hours, wake up and cry. Sleep 2 hours, wake up and cry. Could I just mention, and I don't mean to polish any apples, but I have had the pleasure of doing this with you a few times. I would rather do this than anything else in America, because this is what America's all about and the future of America. And thank you for coming today. Thank you very much for being here.
In that spirit, everybody says, why don't young people vote? And my answer is the college tour, which is, why don't we bring politics to them? And that's what we've done here tonight. I want to ask you this, in all honesty, would you really commit suicide if the Senate went Democrat? I couldn't believe your statement.
I thought that was a pretty good line.
But is it that important?
I think it's important to America, but I think it's every once in a while we should have a little levity, you know.
Yeah.
The universe.
Well, what happens at the House? Let's give the news reporters something to have to work with. If in 3 weeks the polls hold true and the Democrats get maybe what they don't deserve because they get it because the other party blew it, but you know, Iowa State, I expected more than an 8th grade response to what I just said.
Okay.
That was, I guess they blew it. I get it.
Anyway.
You guys are amazing. If the party does fail because of being in too long, being too complacent, and you lose the House and the Senate ends up being right on the edge there, what is the message from the American people to the Republican Party?
We have to do a better job. We have to reform. We have to return to the fundamentals of Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, and Ronald Reagan. But I don't think we're going to lose. I think we've got 3 weeks to go. I think we've got a vigorous campaign, a good economy. The world is safer and America is safer than it was, and I think we need to emphasize those themes.
Do you think Karl Rove has a little October surprise up his sleeve?
No, I don't think so. I think that if we can make sure that Americans know that we have a safer world, we're fighting the war on terror as best we can, we have a good economy, we have a vision for the future, we can prevail. But everybody knows this is a tough election, and to say otherwise would be just foolish.
Is a life in politics potentially a good life?
Yes, the greatest opportunities of my life has been in politics, and to be in places like this, know people like here in Iowa and all over this country. I have had more privileges and more exposure and more friends, and it's the greatest thing. I'm the luckiest man you will ever meet in politics. I really am.
Senator John, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Senator John McCain and all the great people. Iowa State University is so graciously hosted our Hardball College Tour tonight. What a great group. Senator John McCain is taking questions from the students. We're going to let that applause subside. We're going to the next question. There you are, sir.
My name is Don McDowell. I'm the chairman of the Iowa State College Republicans. And since this is Iowa and Iowa State University, and the next Congress will be taking up the Farm Bill, what sort of provisions do you see in terms of renewable energy as well as subsidies in the next Farm Bill?
Well, Don, thank you for your magnificent work. You're a great American, being chairman of the College of Republicans. I want to thank you for that. On the issue of the Farm Bill, we're going to reauthorize it. I am against some subsidies. I don't think ethanol needs a subsidy. I think we ought to make sure that the people that need subsidies the most, which are the small farmers, not the big agribusinesses, not the big, huge farms that get millions of dollars. So I think we ought to look at area of need as opposed to size, and I think that some of that has to be looked at very carefully. Could I just mention one other thing? On the issue of the gay marriage, I believe if people want to have private ceremonies, it's fine. I do not believe that gay marriages should be legal.
Okay, next question.
Obviously, some disagree with that last comment. Thank you. It's nice to see you.
They love the ethanol one, though.
We're from Iowa. I'm Mariko Peterson. I'm a microbiology major and a freshman, and I'm originally from Arizona. I lived there for 10 years, and I was wondering what you thought about building a fence on the border between the United States and Mexico.
Thank you for the question. Obviously, we must secure our borders. They are broken, and since 9/11, it's a national security issue. But I believe we also need to do other things besides secure our border. I think we need a temporary worker program, and I think we need to address the issue of 11 or 12 million people who are here illegally. I think we better be humane about it, and I think we ought to be sensitive, but I also think national security is our first priority, and I think we can work out an agreement on that issue, and I think we should all sit down because it's a major issue in America today and a cause of great concern. If some bad people came across our border, we would all regret it very badly. And so we need to secure our border. But I think, as our president does and many others do, we need a comprehensive approach as well.
Do you expect a lame duck bill?
I hope so. I hope we can work it out. The sooner the better we can address the issue.
Sir.
Thank you both for coming. Senator, with the passage of the Military Commissions Act, do you think this is just going to hurt our credibility abroad?
I don't think so, because I think you're going to see people go on trial very soon, and I think that their cases are going to be addressed, which is one of the problems. As you know, they've been there without having the proper tribunals. I think you will see that torture is not practiced. I think that you will see that we are addressing the issue of these people in a way that is both humane but also preserves our national security. I think that Abu Ghraib and Guantanamo are terrible for our image. I would want to shut down Guantanamo if at all possible.